Time for Media Watch next with Emma James. Good evening, Emma.
Hi there.
You've been looking at the latest sexual harassment claims rocking Washington today.
Yes, once again, in the wake of the Me Too hashtag and the revelations about Harvey Weinstein, yet another man is accused of sexual impropriety. This time around, it's Al Franken, the Democratic senator since 2008, quite a popular figure within the party, and a former comedian too. He's been accused by Leanne Tweeden, who was actually entertaining the troops with him back in December 2006. And one of the things that he did is this photograph that you see here, where he is pretending to grope her over her flak jacket while they are on an aircraft. She also says that when they were rehearsing for the performances, on one occasion he insisted on rehearsing a kiss and then forced himself upon her. And she didn't say anything at the time because of that old chestnut. She was worried about there being a potential backlash. Now, Senator Franken has spoken out very quickly, saying that he has wants to apologise to Leanne Tweeden, but also many other people, including those who've considered him to be an ally and supporter and champion of women, because this is why this seems to have hit hard, really, and people seem to be particularly upset about it. He goes into a lot more detail about the allegations on Facebook. And this apology is a lot longer. He says, "I don't know what was in my head when I took that picture, and it doesn't matter. There's no excuse. I look at it now and I feel disgusted with myself. It isn't funny." The interesting thing to note, though, is that he has a very different memory. He doesn't say exactly what it was of what happened in that rehearsal. So he's not admitting to that kiss. Even with that not being admitted to, the woman herself, Leanne Tweeden, has said that she accepts his apology. She says, "People make mistakes. There's no reason why I shouldn't accept his apology." Now, a lot of people are wondering if the fact that she is a Republican voter and a Trump supporter could have influenced her decision to come forward, perhaps wanting a Democratic head to roll. However, she has said herself that she is not calling for him to step down.
Now, a lot of people weighing in with their own opinions, but one voice has everyone talking. I wonder who you're talking about.
Well, yes, it is one voice, but it is possibly the loudest voice in the United States, that of the US President Donald Trump, taking to Twitter to talk about these allegations. The Al Frankenstein picture, he says, is really bad, speaks 1,000 words. Where do his hands go in pictures 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 while she sleeps? Now, there is no suggestion that there are any further photographs that exist, because that photograph came from the woman herself, the alleged victim. He goes on to say that to think that just last week he was lecturing anyone who would listen about sexual harassment and respect for women. Now, obviously, you can anticipate what I'm going to say next. Lots of people pointing out the hypocrisy of Donald Trump criticising on matters of sexual assault or sexual harassment. This Twitter user saying Trump has more than a dozen on-the-record allegations of sexual assault against him and was caught on tape bragging about committing sexual assault, as we all remember. This is a dangerous game for him to play, says Ezra Klein of Vox. This Twitter user putting it very succinctly, access Hollywood tape, he asks, nothing further needs to be said, because of course that was when he said, when you're a star, they let you do it, you can do anything, just start kissing them, grab them by the, and then he named another body part. Another Twitter user here, Hadley Freeman, a journalist, says, it's hard to know what is more disturbing, that Trump has forgotten we all heard him bragging about women's vaginas, or that he can't spell Frankenstein.
So a lot of double standards being applied here, aren't there?
Yes, very much so, and certainly that's being picked up on social media. Although there is a cross-party call for there to be an ethics inquiry into what happened with Al Franken, certainly looking on social media, there seems to be very much one voice from the Republicans that Al Franken should resign. However, as this Twitter user points out, also Republicans, Roy Moore for Senate, also Republicans, Trump for president. Because, of course, Roy Moore, in case you're not aware of who he is the Republican Senate nominee for Alabama, who is due to go before the vote, as it were, very, very shortly indeed. Now, he has been accused, faces multiple allegations now, including sexual assault on a 14-year-old girl. The White House, there have been certainly no tweets from Donald Trump himself, but all the White House has said on this subject is that Trump believes that we cannot allow a mere allegation, in this case one from years ago, to destroy a person's life. If the allegations are true, Judge Moore will do the right thing and step aside. So a very, very different take there from Donald Trump.
Emma James, thank you very much for that look at what's happening online.